wherever you're joining us from. So excited to learn about what Pau has to teach us today. It's always important to be healthy, no matter what, whether you're legally blind, visually impaired or not. So looking forward to getting more information on that. All right, so let's begin by talking about some challenges that we have as low vision individuals. In our daily lives, you know, sometimes people with low vision tend to get a little down or depressed. It's proven that people with low vision are twice as likely to fall into some depression. So I know for sure, I know what that's like. When I first got diagnosed, it was kind of tough. Probably some of you out there understand what that means as well. Vision loss can lead to all kinds of other mental health type situations as well. So it's important to make sure that we always keep in the right mindset. And when it comes to physically, you know, when we lose our sight, it's hard sometimes for us to balance. It's just difficult to see, so it could be hard to physically have that balance. And so that's why I'm so excited to hear about the solutions that Pau's gonna be giving us today. It's gonna be in terms of meditation and mindfulness. Those can be a really good way to kind of have a better effect on our mental health state. So of course, movement is always important too. You always have to find the time to get out there and move, whether you're walking, doing yoga, or any other kind of physical exercise. So we're going to talk a little bit about IrisVision for those of you who are new to it or don't know about it. It's a really awesome technology that combines a VR headset with a Samsung cell phone. And it's definitely a lifestyle enhancer for sure. I know it's been that for me, and it's just helping people who are partially sighted or visually impaired be able to live a more independent life. So IrisVision is a device that can be taught remotely. So again, I'm the head coach at IrisVision, so this is something I do on a daily basis, which is really great, especially with everything going on right now with the pandemic. IrisVision is completely hands-free remote connectivity. So we're going to talk a little bit about the software lenses that are available on the device. So it's kind of been reverse engineered where all these different awesome software lenses are combined onto this one little device, which is amazing with technology. It's definitely revolutionary. So IrisVision is paving the way for the wearable assistive technology industry. And some of the different lenses that I teach are the scene mode. So the scene mode is basically a full color viewing mode. It's used in lots of different situations, like watching outdoor sporting events or looking at photographs, and even just looking through your pantry for different boxes, cans, maybe looking through your refrigerator. Lots of different ways you could use the scene mode because it's just a regular full color viewing mode. Then we have the colored reading modes. Those are really great because, as a lot of you may know, especially if you're visually impaired, sometimes a different reading contrast works better for us. So we have the black and white reading mode, the inverted reading mode, which is white letters on a black background, the green, which is a black letters with a green background, and yellow, which is black letters on a yellow background. So depending on your eye condition, one of these different colored lenses is going to work best for you when it comes to reading. So that's one of the awesome features that IrisVision has. We also have a mode called RP mode, which is designed for people who have retinitis pigmentosa, glaucoma, or any other kind of peripheral sight loss. So what it does is it allows you to push the image back to where it goes into the field of view of someone who has had that peripheral sight loss. Some people have called it like the movie theater effect almost. But it's a really great mode, and it works in general for anybody, because when it's enlarged, it can be really great for whether you have peripheral sight loss or not. But it is designed for someone with that peripheral sight loss. And then we have the bioptic mode, which is one of our magnifiers. So this mode is going to allow you to just focus in on specific things through that magnification bar, as you see displayed in the example here. There's a smaller window at the bottom, which acts like a target or a pinpoint. So wherever you point that smaller box, you'll be able to magnify and focus in that upper box. So that's a really great mode to use, again, for tasks like looking in the pantry, or if you're playing cards or board games, or if you like to tinker, this is a great mode to use as well. Then we have the bubble mode, which is another magnifier. You can do all the same tasks that you can do in the bioptic mode with the bubble. You're just going to see it a little bit differently, because as you can see, there's like a bubble in the middle of your screen, and that's going to be a magnifier. So it's kind of like a handheld magnifier where it's kind of dome shaped. But the cool thing is, with this mode, you're completely hands-free. You don't have to hold a magnifier. And that's the truth with the device in general. It's a hands-free device, which allows you to really kind of be a little more independent in that way. So with the bubble mode, you can use it to play cards. You can use it to sort pills or buttons or coins, depending on what size you have that bubble set at. So those are just a few examples of the different software lenses that IrisVision has to offer. In total, we have 14. So they're really, really helpful in lots of different ways. IrisVision is an FDA registered and clinically validated device. So we're working with the National Eye Institute. We have a partnership with UPMC and Johns Hopkins University, Stanford University. We also have collaboration with Samsung, which is really awesome. But the coolest thing is, in 2019, IrisVision won the Innovation Award at the Consumer Electronics Show, which is a big deal. If you've ever been to that show, it's pretty cool. Lots of great new technology being displayed in IrisVision. We won that Innovation Award in 2019, so very cool. So without further ado, I'll go ahead and hand it over to Pau so that she can tell us a little bit more about how to keep that meditation, mindfulness, and movement going. So Pau?
Okay, hi. Okay, thank you, Myrna.
Sure.
That's awesome. So hello, everybody. I am Pau. I'm very, very happy to be here sharing all this information with you that I really hope you find helpful. First thing I want to say is that originally I'm from Argentina, and that's where my accent comes from, because the people all the time wonders, you know, when they're listening to someone speaking, where is that accent coming from? So I just wanted to say that. And I've been in the wellness field almost all my life. Since I was 15 years old, I was always trying to understand what being healthy means. And I found many answers, and of course one of the main answers is to stay active and to work on our bodies, our mind, and our soul. So all this comes together with the movement, the meditation, the mindfulness. We started the program, Meleka told in the beginning, the yoga for the blind. I started as a volunteer 12 years ago. Awesome. And the beautiful person that came with this routine for the blind, it was a yoga teacher that he had a blind sister, and that's why he developed the system that is called faith yoga. And I was doing my own yoga studies, and I found it so amazing, and I said, I want to volunteer with you, I want to help you with this. And then we started also the program in the Lighthouse. As when I started with him, he was already teaching at the Lighthouse for the Blind in Broward, in South Florida. And we've been with the program for 12 years. So we're 2 or 3 different teachers that we teach 2 times a month. And it's a great time for them. And it's amazing that how much they have improved. All my students, I have students that they've been doing the program for 12 years. We have new students all the time, all different ages, all different body shapes, all different type of conditions, because some of them, they're not only legally blind or, you know, visually impaired or totally blind. Some of them have some deaf difficulties or different conditions, and we work together with them, and it's beautiful to see the results. So that's why I'm a strong believer that adding movement to your daily life is so important, because I see the results in people. And the other thing is that I discovered that most of them, the only activity they were doing, the only physical activity they were doing is this yoga class. And that's why I also think that yoga is one of the best activities that you can add to your daily routine as a visually impaired student, because you can do it alone. You can do it anywhere. You don't need any special equipment. It is safe if you do it, if you have the right guidance. You can do it anywhere, and you can do at your own pace. You can, move faster, move slower, with some I mean, like me, okay, I'm gonna tell about the YouTube channel, because we were doing this 12 years, the yoga, and then the pandemic comes. And I'm like, I'm gonna leave them alone. And I know that most of them, that's the only activity they do. And we couldn't get together anymore. You know, we all know what happened. And I was desperate. I'm like, what are we gonna do now? And then I came up with the idea that I'm gonna do videos for them, because I know they have access to YouTube and they do social media. So I recorded 3 videos for them with this special guidance. So it's hard to do any yoga class. That's why I did these videos, with especially videos of yoga for blind or visually impaired people, because I already feel confident and I already know how to talk to you and how to guide you in the yoga class to be a good experience. Because I know maybe some of you are thinking, I went to a yoga class and I didn't have a good experience because the pace was too fast, or because you didn't have the right words that you can hear so you can follow the movement. But that's why I did these videos, and I promise if you try them, you can do it alone, and you can do it with no props, and you're gonna be safe. So
That's very cool. It's always nice to be able to have that instruction, especially as a legally blind person. You can't always see, so you're saying you give specific instructions on what to do, and that's fantastic.
Yeah, when I started with this person that developed the program, the way we were practicing, the yoga teachers, we were practicing, of course, with our eyes closed, because first we had to feel what these students were feeling and how to give them the right guidance. So, and let me tell you, after practicing like that, I went so much inward in my own practice that I close my eyes a lot when I'm practicing, because it's like you connect deeper with, that once you, one of your senses is blocked, then the rest develop in a different way. So I was enjoying my practice like that a lot. So I closed my eyes a lot, and also I closed my eyes many times to be able to teach better and better and better to the legally blind or blind people. So the movement benefits we can see here, of course, lower the blood pressure, control blood sugar, control your weight. It's very good for your heart, your cholesterol, relieves pain and reduces stress. And yoga relieves a lot of pain because it's working in a gentle way to your body. And it reduces stress because you're working with your breathing. So then we go to the next thing, that is the meditation. And the meditation, it's totally linked with the yoga practice, because when you are moving and you are doing that movement in a very conscious way and you are connected with your breathing, it gets that impact in your mind and in your nervous system like a full meditation. And that's because in that moment, if you're thinking about how you're moving and you're paying attention to your breath, you don't really have room for thinking about anything else. You're very, very busy with your movement and your breathing. So it's really a break for your mind, and an amazing exercise, an amazing type of movement for your body. And what I saw, like you were saying, Myrna, before, the challenges for the low vision, for example, is depression. And we all know that one of the best things you can do against depression is have physical activity. Mm-hmm. And again, I know it's difficult because some people don't have someone that can go with them to the gym, or they don't find the right sport or exercise they can do. Yoga is something that you can do in your living room. Yoga is something that you can do in the park if you have access to a park. You can do it at any time. You don't need that special equipment. And being active will really help you with depression. Really help you with depression, because also after you practice, after you have you practice any activity, you feel better. You always feel better.
Oh, definitely.
Then the mental, you go to the gym, right? So I think that's amazing, and you keep yourself very active, right? So let's say you have a stressful day, then you go to the gym, and how do you feel after that?
Much better, for sure. Much better.
So with the mental health, also we go back to the meditation. Meditation can really help with the mental health. Meditation will heal your feelings and will make you feel present. And after a yoga class, we always have a little meditation. Oh, nice. So yeah, we always finish with a nice meditation, a nice relaxation, which that never happens in another activity. You always finish and you go, and then in yoga you always finish with a meditation and a relaxation part. And then you said about the physical balance. In a lot of the yoga practice, a lot of the yoga movements really help the students with their balance. Either you see or you have the impairment. And I've seen it in my students. It's so beautiful how much more confident they feel after practicing yoga, because they feel more confident with the surroundings and the way they move, because they start understanding their own balance and how to work with that, how to find balance, how to feel more confident and more comfortable with the surroundings. So I think it's amazing. A lot of them are doing some very difficult, balancing poses, but for that, I recommend that you are with a teacher by your side, not doing like a video. One of my videos, it works on the balance, but I asked for a chair, so they're using a chair, and they're doing movements that you can really do alone. You don't need anyone else by your side. You can do it alone. But when we are in our class, we have one volunteer per student. So we, they're by their side and they're taking care. We take care of the students. So the physical balance really improves when you're doing yoga. But then again, if yoga is not your thing and you can find another activity, the message we want to say is that you go and do it. You should go and do that physical activity if it's in, right.
Walking or running or anything.
I'm kind of like a fan of yoga because I've seen the results and I know what to do to people, but any physical activity is really good if you have access to it and you can do it. Try to do it at least 3 times a week, something. Walking is amazing. You also say that, Myrna, walking is amazing. Doing some cardio, some abs, or I don't know, even being in a garden, doing gardening, any physical activity, walking a dog, if you have the dog, really go outside and walk the dog. Mm-hmm. So meditation, the emotional benefits of meditation can include gaining a new perspective on stressful situation, building skills to manage your stress, focusing on the present, reducing negative emotion, and all this is because a lot of the times that we have that stress is due to anxiety. And when we have anxiety, it's because we are too worried about what is going to happen, or we are too worried about what already happened and we cannot change. So meditation is a mindfulness practice. It brings you back to the present, to the exact moment that you're living. And it helps you to release that tension and that stress of trying to control something that it didn't happen yet, or something that it happened in the past and you have no control to that. So that's why meditation is so helpful for that. Even
any type of
yes.
particular meditation that you recommend over something else? Like I know there's different types, like with music or with certain sounds of nature or things like that. What do you recommend, or what do you like to use?
Well, I think they're all beautiful, and it's more like a personal decision and a personal taste. So like try different type of meditations, and then you will find what really helps you. Some people really like the music, some people prefer silence, some people like a deeply guided meditation, some people like more breathing exercises. So there are many options. Again, I share a lot of free meditations on my YouTube channel that you're welcome to listen. And I did one specifically honoring my students, and I did it with a music healer that she plays the sound bowls and another beautiful healing instruments. And I guided the meditation, but it was dedicated to all the blind people that I know they enjoy a lot the music and the sound. So we did a meditation, and then it's a long session of music. Awesome. So you can hear that it's very relaxing. Mm-hmm. But again, depends on each person. So I always recommend to try different type of meditation until you find that style that gives you that peace that you need. And then keep practicing at least 5 minutes a day. I have a lot of 5-minute meditation because some people think they have no time, or they're gonna get bored, or it's too hard to concentrate. So I say, okay, try with 5 minutes at least one time a day. And if you don't have those 5 minutes, at least start trying when you feel too stressed, or when you have that anxiety in your soul, to take deep breath. Yes. To go and take a deep breath and just feel the magical power of that deep breath, and how much it can help you to come back to center and see things more clear, and being able to take better decisions and live better. So it's
you have your YouTube channel, which is awesome. Because I'm gonna use my IrisVision to look you up on YouTube. IrisVision has a mode called the video player, and it's connected to YouTube. So I'm gonna look you up, and that's a great way to do that too, because just have the device on and check you out on YouTube.
Oh my God, that's amazing. Yes, I want to know. I want to know how it works. That's great. Yeah, that's amazing. Like what you described in the beginning. I wish, all the people that I know could have one, I think they all need it. They all need it big time. It's a very helpful tool. It's amazing. Yes. It's amazing. I'm very happy that they keep developing things like that. They keep discovering things that can help the legally blind community. I think it's amazing.
Absolutely.
It's really amazing. And so then we can go to meditation. Like I said, it's one of the tools of mindfulness. Yeah. So what does it mean to be mindful? Being mindful, or mindfulness, is the practice of filling our minds with the present moment by moment. And that's why what I explained about the meditation, or when you take that deep breath, it's like coming back to what's really real. And this exact moment is real. You and me talking right now. The rest didn't happen yet, or is in the past. So this is what is real, and we should be whatever you're doing, being mindfulness, meaning that you are enjoying that thing. And in today's world, everything is about multitasking, and even it's like, you know, like a theory out there that if you multitasking, you better. And I think we should go back to unitasking and do, you know, one thing at a time, and you will do it better. So this is a message for any person. When you try to do a lot, you will make mistakes. You know, you will not enjoy it, and you will get that anxiety because you started so many things at the same time and you have no idea where to go. So that's why it's good to take a deep breath and see what's important in the moment, like a priority, a list of priorities, and go with that. And also, if either you just lost your vision, or you've been in this since you were born, or for certain years, it's always, I guess, it's always hard to adjust. So that's why I think it's so important to find a release in meditating or in being mindful. So you are present and you develop that patience to yourself. We are not patient to ourselves. We demand too much. We critique ourselves too much, right? How do you feel, Myrna? We do that, right? So meditation also teach you to, hey, wait a moment, you're doing great. Just take a deep breath. Just, you know, feel what's inside. What do you really feel? What do you really want? Because we also get confused with so much information and so many things going on and so many things that are bad right now. But there are some good things too. And sometimes when you meditate and you connect with your soul, with your inner self, you are able to see more the beauty, not so much what's wrong. And that's why it's also important every day. You know, every day it's more and more important to find a meditation practice or a mindfulness practice. A mindfulness practice can be also, like I said before, doing gardening, but are you really into that? You're touching the plants, you're watering the plants, you're smelling the flowers. All that is being mindful. No? All that is a mindfulness practice.
And it's a great thing to do. I have a lot of clients that I've worked with that actually use the device to do their gardening. So
Yes.
if you feel like you can't do gardening because you can't see it, I mean, if you're a user of IrisVision, it's something that you can definitely try, because I do have people who use it for things like that. So I'm glad you said gardening. That can be quite relaxing.
Yeah, it's so beautiful. And how many things they can start doing again using the IrisVision, right? Things that maybe they thought they could not do it again, or they wouldn't enjoy again, and now they have the possibility with this device. It's wonderful. It's
Definitely
wonderful.
helps being mindful, for sure. You know,
Oh
being
yeah. Any other activities that they have told you that they can do now, or they were not able before, or?
Oh yeah, some people like to get lost in a book. You know, that's a form of meditation, right?
Yes.
You say?
Yes. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
So
Yeah.
that's something. You know, some people like to knit or sew or crochet. So that, you know, another way to kind of relax and just, you know, be in the moment, as you're saying. So yes, I've had people use the device for things like that.
Enjoying that moment.
Yep,
You
just
know,
enjoying the moment.
whatever you're doing, not thinking what you're gonna do next. Or that happens a lot when people is meditating. They tell me, yeah, the thing is I start meditating, but as soon as I start meditating, or as soon as I start trying, I start thinking, oh, I have to cook this when I finish. I have to go here when I finish meditation. So
That's
it's
me.
just, no, it's everybody, Myrna. It's everybody, and even it happens to me many times. And that's why I keep meditating, because you have to teach your mind and keep repeating like a little kid, you know, like a child. You have to be very patient with your mind and continuously saying, you know, stop, do what you're doing right now. Then you cook later. Yeah, you will not. You know you can cook, but you cook later. You do this now. You meditate. You just breathe.
Mm-hmm.
It's so easy and it's so hard at the same time.
Right.
It's so hard. I've been teaching meditation for many years. I hear the same from so many students, and I experience this in myself as well. Like some days it's better, some days it's easier to meditate, some days it's harder. but it will benefit everyone, even with 1 minute. If you meditate for 1 minute, or if you try a breathing exercise for 1 minute, it's more than perhaps what you're doing so far. So 1 minute will be more than nothing. And when you start feeling the effects and how you feel, your inner being will start asking you to do that again. You know, you will remember, oh, I should do meditation, you know, I should try. And today it's so wonderful that we have, like, for example, like you said, like having YouTube, like you can find so many things there, you know, just for free, and you just type what you want and you have it there. Why not? Why not to meditate like that? Why don't move like that?
Exactly.
You know, using the tools. And now that we have the IrisVision, it's easier to watch the YouTube. So
Right.
there we go.
From,
there we
like
go.
you said, from wherever you are, the park, your home, the store.
Yeah.
The store.
Yeah. But really have, you know, that willingness to do movement. First, find what you like, find what type of movement you like, and then say, oh, I'm going to try to do it 3 times a week, and you will feel better. And these are all tools that help you. Movement, meditation, and mindfulness will really help you to feel better.
Awesome. Well,
there's no doubt about that.
Yes, thank you so much. That's some amazing information for sure. I really hope everyone tunes into your YouTube channel, because it sounds really great. But you know, as legally blind people, we also have to keep safety in mind, right? A lot of us out there, you know, have what's called like the invisible eye condition. You know, you can't tell that we're visually impaired or partially sighted. So it's important to be safe while you're out there. For example, for me, when I moved to my new place, I had to first go assess my new path that I was going to start walking. And I actually had someone come with me so that I could figure out where all the different bumps and, you know, rocks and all these different obstacles would be, so that I can memorize where everything is. Of course, if you have tools, different assistive tools to use, like a cane, or again with IrisVision, being able to use that to assess your environment, or anything else like that. Like I know there's lots of different tools out there for us. So whatever you have, use it to kind of again, assess your environment. You know, ask for help. Like if you go to the gym, or you go to any kind of group classes, anything like that, ask for assistance, because they're always willing to help. I went to several different classes. I've done Zumba classes, I've done yoga classes, Pilates classes, different things like that. And the very first thing I do is I go to the instructor, I figure out who the instructor is. I let them know that my eye condition doesn't allow me to see very well, you know, from far away. So I always get a spot in the front so that I can see the instructor, and they're very, very accommodating. Pau, I'm sure you are too with your students. It's very easy to just ask, you know, and just let the person know. And then, of course,
it's the same way that a pregnant woman has to go and say to the teacher, you know, Zumba, yoga, whatever, I'm pregnant. So the teacher can help you to do different things, or tell you what you're supposed to do, what you are not supposed to do. That it's excellent. Always go to a teacher and tell what are your needs, and we're always willing to help, of course.
Right, exactly. And that's kind of what happened with me, my experience when I went to Zumba classes. Like, the instructor was always a little more vocal with left, right, you know, up, down, things like that. So don't be afraid. Don't be afraid to ask for assistance in that type of situation. If you decide to go out and about and be out like in your neighborhood, or, you know, go walk a path or go hiking or anything like that, definitely use your listening skills. As we lose our sight, sometimes our hearing will get a little bit better depending on your situation. Again, by all means, I'm not a mobility instructor at all, so these are just things that I do on a daily basis. But using your listening skills is very important, especially if you're going to be crossing the road, or if you're walking by yourself. You want to be able to listen, because you know, you never know who could be around you. You just want to be aware. I know that one of the VPs at IrisVision, Tom Persky, he recommends using the earbuds if you're going to listen to music, using the earbuds that don't go into your ear. Use the ones that go to like the bone. That helps you listen. That way your ears are still open for listening to your environment. It's really important. All of you know how important it is to just be aware of those type of situations. So those are just some of the safety tips that I had for you guys. Of course, if you have any questions, feel free to reach out and ask. Mel, you're gonna let everyone know how they can ask questions, right?
Definitely. Thank you so much, Pau and Myrna. That was an incredibly informative conversation. I was just sitting here on the other end, just taking my notes and listening to everything. Honestly, everybody could benefit from this, visually impaired or not. Great information. So we really do appreciate all of the information you both covered today. I have included both IrisVision's contact information as well as Pau's website, email, Instagram on the screen. I will read it out again at the end of the discussion. Though for now, I wanted to open up the floor for any questions. So if you do have questions for either Pau or Myrna or both of them, feel free to utilize the chat or the Q&A box at the bottom of the screen, and I will read out the questions for them to answer. So one question that I have, this one's for Pau. So how do you recommend that somebody who is a beginner or new to meditation, how do you suggest that they begin their practice with meditation, especially at home?
Okay, first, I think that all the guided meditations that are out there are for all levels. Like, you don't really have a level when you meditate. The only difference is when you've been practicing or when you did like a professional training in meditation, it's easier for you to just sit and meditate by yourself. Like, I don't need a guided meditation anymore. I just sit and I meditate. But again, meditation is about connecting with your breathing. So if you not even want to turn on your TV and put or your device and put YouTube guided meditations, there are also many apps where you can find meditations. It's about sitting, take a moment to sit and to breathe. You know, take deep breath. But finding, again, you have to try different type of meditation also until you find that the style that you know that it suits your needs, that you like, that you feel comfortable, that it makes you feel like doing it again. If you do a meditation and you don't like it, just try another one and try another one. I promise you're gonna find a meditation that you like, that you will feel better after you practice, that you will find it easy, and that type of meditation will stay in your system, and the next day it will ask you, you know, something inside you will say, hey, let's meditate again. Let's find that meditation. I need it right now.
Definitely. Thank you so much. It is definitely difficult to get into it, but again, making it part of a daily practice, and like you said, practicing either every day or even implementing 3 times a week into your schedule can help a lot. So thank you for that information. For Myrna, so a question came in. So thank you for covering those software lenses. And I think that was of interest to some people. So they're wondering if there are any updates to the device in terms of not necessarily software lenses, but software upgrades to the device. If they do purchase the IrisVision, will they still have access to those updates?
If you purchase the IrisVision, you will have access to the software updates. Yes. So those happen probably like 2-3 times a year. And it's available for anyone's device.
Got it. Thank you. I am going to unshare my screen briefly just so I can check the Q&A box. Unfortunately, it doesn't let me do both at the same time, but We have a question from Brenda. Brenda is asking, she says, I wear hearing aids, and is IrisVision compatible for hearing aids? I also wear high power glasses, or can wear them when I go shopping or walking. So I guess the question is, would IrisVision be compatible with hearing aids?
If your hearing aids are Bluetooth, they may be able to pair to your hearing aids, because it is just a regular Samsung cell phone. So just like if you have a cell phone that you can pair to your hearing aids, it could work that way. As far as your glasses go, IrisVision is definitely something that you could wear with your glasses on or off. It's recommended to wear them, have them on, because you get a little better clarity with your glasses on. So you cannot walk with the device on because there's no depth perception, but it does come with a lanyard that allows you to let them dangle down around your neck like binoculars. So I hope that answers your question, Brenda.
Perfect. Thank you so much, Myrna. Excellent. Just one more question. So if people are interested in learning more about IrisVision, Myrna, can you share a little bit about how they can get in touch with the team?
Absolutely. So you can feel free to call in to the customer support line at 855-207-6665. We also have the sales department that you can call into and ask one of our great sales guys any kind of questions you might have at 855-449-4536. So if you're a current user, customer support can help you with any kind of questions. If you're interested in learning a little bit more about it, you don't have an IrisVision yet, definitely talk to one of our awesome sales representatives.
Perfect. Thank you so much, Myrna. So again, on the screen, I have listed out both IrisVision's contact information as well as Pau's. So for more information, like Myrna mentioned, you can call either of those numbers or email info@irisvision.com, and we would be happy to get in touch with you. For more general information, you can also visit our website, irisvision.com. That's IRISvision.com. Again, I have listed Pau's information. She's a fantastic resource, and as we send out the recording of this webinar to registrants, we will also include some links to her videos for you to get involved with more practices in terms of yoga and meditation. So her website is Pau's Secrets, PAU secrets.com. Email is info@paussecrets.com, and follow her on Instagram and YouTube as well. And again, we will be adding those links in the email. So once again, thank you so much, Myrna and Pau. I'll pass it over to you if you would like to make any closing remarks, and we will take it from there.
Yeah, absolutely. So if you're joining us on Facebook, please go to our Facebook page and thumbs up our page and share it if you haven't done so already. If you already are a fan of our Facebook page, please share our page with your friends and family.
Great. I just want to say, well, that if you want to practice yoga online, try to find these videos specifically for blind students. But if you want to do meditation, you can, of course, do any type of meditation. It doesn't have to be for the legally blind or blind people. I did one for the blind students because I was like dedicating that practice to them, the one that has the sound healing. But meditation, you can do any of my meditations or any meditation that you find. But for the yoga, try to find videos that are really designed for the legally blind community or blind community. And then I want to thank everyone. There you have my information. If you have any other questions after these, or if you have any questions after practicing or doing the meditations, I love the feedback and I love to answer questions and I love to be in touch with people. So feel free to contact me, okay? And thank you so much, Mayreika and Myrna. It was a pleasure to be here.
Awesome. Thank you, Pau. I appreciate your time for sure.
Definitely. Thank you so much. Have a great day, everybody. I will be closing out the session. If you have any more questions, feel free to contact us. Have a great day. Thank you both, Myrna and Pau.
Sure. Bye-bye, everybody. Bye-bye.